Today, I'm feeling on top of the world because Tuna has finally given me the chance I've always dreamed of. This ring, which I've held on to for so long as a symbol of hope, is now on her finger. We're stepping into a new chapter together, building a home filled with love for her and little Henry, and dreaming of a grand wedding. But will everything turn out as perfect as I've imagined? Then out of the blue, I noticed a woman watching Tuna from a distance. Could she be a threat? Or is it just a coincidence? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe so I can continue sharing more emotional and meaningful stories with all of you. Tuna and I walked into our new home, where every corner is filled with memories and dreams. Little Henry was peacefully resting in my mother's arms, his eyes half closed, and the sweetest smile still lingering on his face. My mom gazed at us with love and warmth in her eyes. Tuna hesitated for a moment as she looked at my mom, a slight shyness flashing in her eyes. It felt like one of those significant moments when she officially becomes part of my family. I couldn't help but wonder, after my proposal, would Tuna ever feel ready to call my mom Mom? That question lingered in my mind, but all I could do was smile, feeling the warmth of the moment flood over me. Then my mom looked up, her gaze filled with affection. "You're home. Henry's been such a good boy," she said softly, her voice full of love and care. Tuna looked at my mom, her eyes lighting up. She stepped forward, gently tucked her hair behind her ear, and with a soft bow said, "Mom." It was a simple word, but it wiped away any hesitation. In that moment, I realized that no matter what challenges lie ahead, we were ready. This family would always be a place where we could feel safe, loved, and whole. I looked at Tuna, and my heart swelled with happiness. This was the moment we began building a real family where love and unity would always be the foundation. The farm door creaked open, and a soft breeze swept in, carrying with it a sense of calm that felt like an invitation to peace. Tuna and I walked in, hand in hand, as if the challenges we'd faced had melted away, leaving only these perfect, happy moments behind. Henry was peacefully asleep in Tuna's arms, his serene expression warming my heart in a way words couldn't describe. Tuna stood by the stove, her hands moving with precision as she chopped vegetables, the soft sound of the knife against the cutting board blending with the tranquil air of the farm. It was a peaceful scene, yet something about it stirred an uneasy feeling in me. My eyes drifted toward the window, and there just outside was the vague silhouette of a woman standing still watching us. She didn't move, just stood there, her gaze sharp and focused on Tuna and Henry. A wave of unease washed over me, but I forced myself to brush it off. I told myself I was probably overthinking things. She was just passing by, no reason to worry. But the way her eyes fixed on Tuna, it wasn't easy to ignore. Tuna, oblivious to everything, continued cooking with her usual calm. But inside, I couldn't shake the growing concern gnawing at me. A heavy feeling settled in my chest, and I couldn't help but wonder if I'd missed some danger that was lurking just out of sight. I glanced back out the window again, but the woman was gone, leaving nothing but an empty space. Was I just imagining things? Or had it been a coincidence? Still, a nagging feeling of discomfort lingered, and I couldn't quite shake it. I turned back to Tuna, my heart full of love, but unable to hide the worry that I couldn't shake. I just hoped this was all a misunderstanding, that everything would be as peaceful as we'd hoped. But deep down, I knew that moments like this might just be the beginning of something we weren't yet prepared for. I sat at the old bamboo table, where the marks of time were etched into every small crack in the wood. The room was quiet save for the soft crackle of the fire and the comforting aroma of familiar dishes wafting through the air. Tuna, with her delicate and precise hands, had prepared each dish as if it were a piece of her heart, filled with love and care. Each meal, though simple, carried a warmth that made me feel like I was truly home-wrapped in sweet, nostalgic memories. The smell of the savory soup, the warmth of freshly cooked rice, and the hint of grilled herbs all blended together, tempting me to close my eyes and savor the moment. Tuna wasn't just cooking for me. It was as though she was cooking her deepest feelings, her care, all expressed through the food she made. Her eyes lit up as she watched me enjoy each bite, and her soft smile warmed my heart in ways I couldn't explain. Sitting there at that old bamboo table, I felt an overwhelming sense of peace. These dishes weren't just meals. They were a testament to love, to sharing, and to the precious moments we were building together. Every dish, every drop of sweat Tuna shed in the kitchen made me feel incredibly lucky. And when I looked into her eyes, I realized there was no need for words. Everything I felt was conveyed in the warmth of those meals, in the simplicity of these moments. These were the greatest gifts life could give. I came home, my body exhausted, but my mind was racing. The door clicked shut behind me, and the silence of the room enveloped me. But inside, there was a storm brewing, an unsettling feeling I couldn't shake. I sank into the old chair, the dim light casting shadows on my face, and my thoughts spiraled out of control. The image of that woman outside the door, her cold, piercing gaze following Tuna, and Henry wouldn't leave me. Am I overthinking this? Or is there something I'm missing? Are Tuna and Henry really safe? Could that shadowy figure have been just a coincidence? Or is it a warning of something darker looming ahead? These questions kept swirling in my mind, keeping me awake through the night. I closed my eyes, but just the thought of Tuna and Henry being here in this house made my heart heavier. The sight of the woman standing there, silent and watching, played over and over in my head like a nightmare I couldn't escape. What did she want? Why was she so focused on Tuna and Henry? Had I missed something important that I didn't even see? Tossing and turning in bed, I couldn't find a moment of peace. Every little noise around me seemed amplified, and the quiet room now felt suffocating. I tried to reassure myself, but the feeling of dread kept rising relentless, pushing me further into uncertainty. Could I really protect the people I love? Are Tuna and Henry safe in this house? Or is there something lurking in the shadows waiting to strike? The questions wouldn't stop, and I couldn't quiet my mind. I got up, pacing the room, trying to shake off the unease, but my heart wouldn't stop pounding. Each passing moment felt heavier, and I couldn't wait for the answers to come. Would tomorrow finally bring the peace I was desperately searching for? Or would it only bring more uncertainty? The next morning, I sat with my mom, the soft light streaming through the window, highlighting the gentle lines on her face, each wrinkle telling the story of a life well lived. My mom has always been the one person I can count on, not just because she's my mom, but because she always knows how to see into the deepest corners of my heart. She turned to me, her eyes suddenly bright with a strange gleam, and a smile slowly spread across her face, as comforting as a gentle wave. "So you proposed to Tuna?" she asked, her voice brimming with happiness, as if nothing in the world could bring her more joy in this moment. I nodded, feeling a piece of me slip away as the words left my mouth. "Yes, Mom." Tuna said yes. "She's coming here. With Henry, too." Mom's eyes filled with emotion as she gently took my hand, her pride shining through. "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you, Alex. And Henry, the little one, will be coming home with you. That's wonderful. I couldn't be happier," she said softly, yet with a strength in her voice that carried the weight of all the years she had lived. She looked at me, her eyes glistening. "I'm going to throw you both a wedding to remember a day everyone will cherish. Your wedding with Tuna will be one of the most beautiful memories we'll ever have. It will be a special day, not just for you two, but for this whole family." I felt warmth spread through me like a cool stream, washing away all the worries and doubts about the future. "Mom, you always make me feel like everything is possible." "Thank you so much," I whispered, and we sat there in silence, but filled with joy, imagining a bright future where Tuna and Henry would become a permanent part of this little family of ours.
Xin chào các bạn thân mến. Đằng sau những nụ cười ngọt ngào của Maya là một sự thật đầy cay đắng. Một đứa trẻ đáng yêu nhưng lại lớn lên trong bóng tối của một người cha tồi tệ. Chính vì thế Huyền, người mẹ đơn thân, đã phải mang con bỏ đi để tìm cuộc sống mới. Thế nhưng khi trưởng thành, khi tưởng chừng mọi cánh cửa đều khép lại chỉ để xuất hiện, anh không chỉ là chỗ dựa trong những ngày giông bão mà còn là người đàn ông đã thề sẽ đem lại hạnh phúc cho hai mẹ con. Nhưng điều số phận có để cho họ bình yên hay một lần nữa họ hứa sẽ tìm cô cướp đi những gì họ đang có, giúp mình theo dõi chiến hạnh phúc ngay bây giờ. Và một sớm mặt trời ướp sau lặng núi xa thì chim ếch chích trên những nhánh tre, hoặc cùng một khói bếp lan nhẹ trong gió, Huyền cúi mình khéo léo từng lát rau nung gỗ, chợt nghe tiếng gọi quen thuộc về theo để đứng tựa cửa, ánh mắt sáng như mang cả niềm tin ngày mai. Căn nhà này sẽ đẹp lắm,